Hello again. I'm Andrea. I'm Jane's Maid of Honor and childhood best friend. We've known each other for what seems like forever, so when she asked me to be her Maid of Honor, the answer was obviously yes. I knew I needed to get started on a speech right away, because let's face it, finals week was fastly approaching, and my Maid of Honor speech was far more important than studying. At first I wasn't sure which route to take. Do I share a boatload of embarrassing stories to showcase our friendship? Like how Jane calls me while she's peeing, which I just recently found out happens. Or about the first time I met Matt and started recapping a recent veterinary surgery I had seen. It was a neuter and Matt nearly passed out. But then I thought I might talk about how Jane and I have known each other for what seems like an eternity and talk about how special our friendship really is. But in the end, I decided to talk about a bit of both, because there were just so many embarrassing stories I just couldn't pass up. So here goes, in the style of Dr. Seuss and elementary education. I've decided to write a poem. When our grandpas introduced us, we were 4 years and 5, but I didn't want to be friends, so I ran back inside and cried. Little did we know that 18 years later, we'd be here on this day, one of us in a wedding gown holding a bouquet. And in those 18 years, we'd share countless memories together as neighbors and besties often do, so I figured I'd reflect and share just a few. Growing up together, we learned oh so much, like to never ever pick a chipmunk up by its tail, and that cats don't like to play dress up. We mixed soaps, shampoos, and any bathroom cleaner we could find together in your sink until dinner time. We got in trouble for wasting all those chemicals and lotion, but we were like 7, and to us, we were making magic potion. And then there was that time we both know so well. It started with us eating lemon after lemon and those gross Indian dessert things that smelled. We went back to your house, and next thing I knew, you pushed me down the stairs for no reason to you. Although slightly concussed and a little bit queasy, I quickly forgave you. In fact, it was easy. We spent summers trampolining and running from chickens, metal detecting, swimming, and crafting crazy expeditions. What can I say? We were socially awkward, it's true, but I guess growing up in Kunkel will do that to you. We learned everything we needed to know from Mr. Bean and Austin Powers, but long before our time. But for mature 5- and 6-year-olds, that was totally fine. Our Shania Twain dance parties in my living room were cool, and lest we forget jamming out in July to Christmas Yule. We learned early on you can't pick your family, so when the going got tough, all we had to do was build a teepee to escape from reality. With your paper-stapled pixies and Teletubbies and Christmas-lighted fort decor, we spent hours upon hours building rapport. Backstreet Boys and NSYNC will always have a place in our hearts, and that ain't no lie. You were weird, but then again, so was I. We also learned you can blame just about anything on groundhogs, deer, badgers, or wolverines, and that chupacabras and Bigfoots really do exist. It said so in a magazine. When we got older, you taught me what extreme couponing can do. With all those Walmart.com free samples, I'd never again need to buy shampoo. We've shared countless inside jokes together, that's for sure. Gay? Fine by me. Can I go now? Yes, this is dog. And who won the Civil War? So history might not have been your strongest subject, but half of it is politics anyway, and we both know those things only lead to dismay in the UK. Okay, so we also learned we both sound like dying animals when we sing, but evidently that doesn't prevent you from finding the man of your dreams. Speaking of which, I nearly forgot. Sorry about that, Matt. Just a little bit more food for thought. When we were neighbors first, and then we were friends. Remember those weekly movie nights we never wanted to end? We counseled each other through those tough high school days, all the petty drama, tests, and ridiculous essays. When it came time for college, I was afraid we were through, But our friendship wasn't over. If anything, it grew. Although the career paths we chose differed in more ways than one, you and I both wanted all the stress to be done. Through tears and laughter, heartbreak and joy, 2 a.m. phone calls about a stupid boy, not necessarily you, Matt. We've been there for each other the past 18 years. Even when disconnected, I'm here and I know you're there. So let me move on from all this recapping before everyone in attendance can't help but start napping. When the two of you met, I was unsure it would last from that first accidental wink on that site they call Match. Your first date went well as I sat still on standby. It turns out Matt wasn't a serial killer, but a genuinely nice guy. As the months went on, everything was going peachy keen, and I remember that text, you know the one that I mean. And as fate would have it, a few short months later, Matt had proposed. Things couldn't be greater. Of course, the answer was yes, and I was so thrilled. My best friend was getting married. Your life would be fulfilled. So Matt, here's to you. Speaking as Jean's sister, I'm honored she's now the Mrs. to your Mister. She's very lucky to have you in her life, and I know she couldn't be happier to begin as your wife. You've put up with her issues the last couple of years. Just one word of advice, that one time per month, be sure to stay clear. Keep tabs on her credit cards and all those designer bags. Maybe try to redirect her shopping habits to soapy dish rags. But she's really not that bad, because if she was, we wouldn't be friends. And if you work well together, your love will last till the end. So to end, I will quote a movie we both love so much. We'll leave the kitty blankie out of it for the sake of appropriateness. Jane, I'm the Annie to your Lillian, and although we did not take Spanish in high school, I would like to say to you and to everyone here, gracias para vivir en las casas, en las escuelas, en las azul. And you know I can communicate with you to you with just one look. So to end, keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, that's what friends are for. For good times and bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. So finally, I think the champagne had been collected, but raise whatever you want to raise. So finally, to the bride and groom, I love you both so much and wish you all the very best in your new lives together. And know that if there's ever issues, anyone wants to talk it over, I'll be the middleman. I might be 1,000 miles away, but I'm just one phone call. Okay? Love you both so much. Jane and Matt.